Imagine every single thing that you did, you second guessed it. From sending a text to becoming successful in your career path. All of your happy moments become a blur, and the exclamation point that you had after every sentence now becomes a question mark. This is something that I have to live with. Now notice that I said live with and not stop, because that is a way that I like to live my life. Not thinking that I need to change who I am, but knowing that I need to work to become the best, better, and stronger me. And it helps me see things in a little bit more of a positive light and mindset than thinking I just need to stop doing something. Hi, my name is Joey Kidney, and 2 years ago, I was on a call with my therapist walking around my city. Well, pacing around my city outside. On this call, I was informed about my imposter syndrome. So, what the heck is that? Imposter syndrome is loosely defined as doubting your abilities and feeling like a fraud. Every piece of success that I achieved, I felt like I did not deserve. Every love I feel makes me feel like that person might be better off with someone else. And every breath that I take makes me feel like I could be filling that time up by doing something. After doing more research, because reminder, I am new to this, I'm still learning about why I question everything I do. I found out some of these things. So where does it come from? They say that it usually stems from your childhood or your parents' technique on raising you. So if you were really pressured to do well in school, or you're being criticized about every mistake that you make, or if you have controlling parents, or if you're constantly being compared to a sibling that is viewed as better. And then I read further on and I noticed that there are 5 types. 1, the perfectionist. You focus primarily on how you do things, often to the point where you demand perfection in every single aspect of your own life. 2, the natural genius. If something doesn't come easy to you or you fail on the first try, then you immediately become disappointed in yourself, ashamed and embarrassed. 3, the soloist. You believe that you should be able to do every single little thing solo. And if you can't achieve success independently, then you consider yourself unworthy. 4, the expert. Since you believe that you are the expert and the know-it-all at everything, when you come up to a question that you don't have the answer to, you believe that you are a fraud. And 5, the superhero. You believe that you should succeed at every single role, whether it's being a parent, a friend, a lover, or just a stranger meeting someone for the first time. When these things don't come easy to you, your first thought is always, well, this should be easier. I know I can do better. Am I not good enough? And I'm curious, if any of these resonate with you, don't make me feel alone here. Please comment it down below and let's chat. Because even though that these are labels, it doesn't mean that it needs to be beside your name or assigned to you. Because honestly, I feel like I'm more of like a super imposter, because all of the 5 different types suit my imposter syndrome very well. The moments that I really notice my imposter syndrome affect me are when I'm supposed to be happy, when I experience success. For example, I have released 2 books. Yeah, I know, crazy. And I've yet to celebrate any of them being published because I almost get this like pre-guilty effect. I feel like I'm not good enough because I didn't go to school to study to how to write, or I didn't dream of writing my own novel when I was 5 years old, or because I don't really like reading because my eyes get tired and I get distracted. But I do love writing, and it's something that I've been doing forever, so I should be happy, right? But it isn't that I'm not happy. You see, that is what my imposter syndrome hides. I am happy. But I feel a lot of guilt to express that emotion. So when I get asked this question, I get asked it a lot. What is my biggest fear? So the first thought that comes to my mind isn't spiders or snakes, but those kind of terrify me. Thank you, Harry Potter. But I'm scared of becoming a successful failure. Somebody who achieves success and then fails really quickly. Gets everything that they want and then taken away very, very fast. I'm very scared to experience any form of success because I always imagine it being taken away from me right away. And I think about how it could all go wrong. And it loops back to thinking that I am so undeserving of this accomplishment. Because if I was worthy, then, well, I wouldn't be thinking this way. But now that I have voiced how I feel and how it makes me feel and how my imposter syndrome affects me, you might be feeling a little anxious because this might resonate with you a little too much. So here is how I live with it. 1, I acknowledge how I feel. I do this with my depression and my anxiety, and it helps a lot. Instead of stopping something, I really try to sit and feel it and understand it and experience the emotion that I'm feeling. That way, it helps me understand in the long run, and it helps me validate myself. 2, challenging my doubts. I like to think of this as almost mapping. If I find myself doubting my success, then I think of the list that I wrote at the end of each year of all my successes. You know, publishing a book, maybe 2 books. Looking back at this map, I'm able to see how I got from point A to point B. It wasn't just luck. And 3, stop comparing myself to others. Now, I will never not compare myself to others. I know. And neither will you, and that's okay. So instead of comparing myself to someone else on the final product of everything, I look back at how they accomplished their goals. What was their point A to point B? They didn't just get it because of luck. And if they did, then why would I be jealous of that? Because if I know where they were, where they came from, and how they got to where they wanted to be, then I don't become this imposter syndrome for them. I accept their success, and by doing so, it disconnects me from them. So all in all, this is something that I still experience to this day. From talking and pacing on the phone with my therapist to finding out the first time what imposter syndrome is, I still feel it right now. I'm thinking, why would I upload this video about imposter syndrome? It's not going to be good enough. No one's going to know how I feel. No one's going to resonate with this. No one's going to like it. But I can sit here and I can think about imposter syndrome and how it affects me negatively every single day. But I choose to look at imposter syndrome as being more humble, which I know may not work for you, but it does for me. I'm never going to be the person who is going to brag to somebody about how much success I have. I will always want to keep working harder. I will always want to work more and feel more validated. And for a long time, I thought that was really negative and bad, but it's probably one of my strongest traits. So this is to all my imposters out there. I encourage you to take a break every once in a while, to go do the things that you used to do as a child where you lost your mind completely, like playing a sport, where all you can do is think about what you are doing in that moment and nothing else. Just find your way of letting go. Because no matter how much you second guess, I never want you to question why you are here. You deserve to be here. So please remember that. And remember to stay you, stay beautiful, and I'll talk to you guys next time.